The courtroom smelled like dust, old paper, and cold air, like a place where hope came to die slowly. At the center of the room sat Monica Davis, a black single mother with her wrists trembling on the defense table. Her face was tired, eyes red, clothes simple. She looked like a woman carrying the weight of a world she didn't choose. And beside her, sitting on a tall chair, feet not even touching the floor, was her 9-year-old son, Caleb, a boy with big glasses, tiny hands, and eyes too wise for his age. People whispered, pointing, chuckling. Why is he here? Kids aren't allowed to sit at council tables. Is he her emotional support child or something? A man in a suit laughed loudly. What's he going to do, represent her? Caleb didn't react. He just squeezed his mom's hand. It'll be okay, he whispered, but Monica didn't believe that. Not today. Across the aisle stood Mr. Landon, her landlord, a smug white man with a navy suit and an ego too big for the room. He had accused Monica of willful property damage, hoping to evict her so he could raise rents and bring in wealthier tenants. He didn't care about truth, he cared about profit. The judge, an older man with silver glasses, sighed impatiently. Mrs. Davis, do you have legal representation? Monica opened her mouth, but her voice cracked. Your Honor, I couldn't afford. How convenient. The landlord's attorney interrupted. She had 6 months to prepare. Your Honor. Instead, she brings a child. The courtroom chuckled again. The judge rubbed his forehead. Mrs. Davis, you cannot represent yourself if you are not properly prepared. And your son, well, this is not a playground. Caleb stood. The entire room turned. He adjusted his glasses. Your Honor, may I speak? People laughed harder now. The judge blinked. Son, this isn't. It's regarding Rule 17C. Sir, silence. A few lawyers straightened in their seats. The judge's brows lifted. Rule 17C. Yes, Your Honor, Caleb said, voice steady. It states that a minor may address the court on behalf of a parent if it pertains directly to the minor's welfare, and no other legal counsel is available. Nobody breathed. Caleb looked at the judge with sincerity deeper than his age should allow. And I believe being homeless affects my welfare. The giggles died instantly. Even the landlord's attorney swallowed. Caleb stepped closer to the bench. May I present something? The judge leaned back, studying the little boy. Proceed. Caleb opened his backpack and pulled out a thick binder, color-coded tabs, printed pages, even highlighted sections. I've been studying our lease, he said, sliding documents forward. And the city housing code. The attorney scoffed. This is ridiculous. Caleb didn't even look at him. Your Honor, the landlord claims my mom damaged the apartment, but according to Section 14 of the lease, and City Housing Code 104.2, all structural repairs must be handled by the landlord. He flipped to a page, and here are photos I took. The damage he's talking about was from a pipe that burst because he ignored 3 maintenance requests. Murmurs rippled. The judge leaned closer. Examining the photos, the landlord blurted out, this is absurd. He's a child. Caleb nodded politely. Yes, sir. A child who lives there. Who saw the ceiling cave in? Who helped his mom clean water off the floor at 3 a.m.? His small voice trembled only for a moment. Your Honor, he wants to evict us because he didn't want to fix anything, not because my mom did something wrong. Monica covered her mouth. The landlord's attorney snapped, Your Honor, this is highly inappropriate. And actually, the judge said quietly, it's not inappropriate at all. Everyone turned. The judge closed the binder gently. This child has provided more organized evidence than half the attorneys I see. Caleb blinked. Thank you, sir, but I'm not finished, he added softly. The judge nodded. Go on. Caleb reached into his backpack again and pulled out a small USB drive. I recorded the landlord when he came into our apartment without notice. He told my mom, and I quote, if you don't like it, get out. I have buyers waiting. The landlord turned red. That's illegal. He can't record me like it was on speakerphone. I set my tablet on the table. Caleb said calmly, state law says one-party consent. A few lawyers whispered. Surprised, the judge nodded slowly. He's correct. Caleb's voice softened. Your Honor, my mom works 2 jobs. She never complains. She never misses rent. She just wants us to have a home. His voice cracked. The courtroom went silent. I don't want to sleep in the car again. His chin trembled. I don't want to see my mom cry at night anymore. Monica broke. Tears streamed down her face. The judge swallowed hard. Caleb wiped his eyes quickly, embarrassed. I just need her to be okay. Please, don't let him take our home. Dead silence. Then the judge straightened in his chair. Mr. Landon, he said coldly, this court finds overwhelming evidence of negligence, illegal entry, and retaliatory intent. Gasps filled the room. You are fined $25,000. You are ordered to repair the property immediately. And you may not pursue eviction. Case dismissed. A wave of relief crashed over Monica as she sobbed into her hands. Caleb exhaled shakily. Courtroom, once mocking him, now broke into applause. Even the bailiff smiled. The judge stood and walked around the bench. Kneeling slightly, he placed a hand on Caleb's shoulder. You have a remarkable mind, son, and an extraordinary heart. Caleb looked up. Thank you, Your Honor. The judge smiled warmly. If you ever want an internship, my door is open. Caleb's eyes widened. Monica hugged her son tightly. Baby, you saved us. He hugged her back. You saved me first, Mom. Outside the courthouse, reporters crowded them, but Caleb only held his mother's hand tighter. For the first time in months, she wasn't afraid, and for the first time ever, Caleb felt seen, not as a poor kid, not as a joke, not as someone easy to ignore, but as someone powerful, someone capable, someone who fought for love and won. Moral of the story, never underestimate the quiet, the small, or the overlooked. Courage doesn't wait for adulthood, and brilliance doesn't need permission to shine. Sometimes, the strongest warriors are the ones the world laughs at first.